aggregate. We want to take you out to the Emirates because friend of the show, scorer of tonight's second for Arsenal, Declan Rice is with us, everybody.
Rice, baby!
Hey.
Rice, baby!
Congrats for tonight. What did you like about tonight's performance?
Everything, really. I think we had a bit of everything. First half we played really well. Could have scored 2 or 3, and second half was a bit of a different game. They played really well, but we could have had 2 or 3 in the second half as well. So, look, it was a really tough game over 2 legs. They played really well, by Leverkusen, but in the end, you know, we had the momentum and the confidence, and we knew we could win this game. So, yeah, we're really happy.
Dec, this is Thierry. Well done.
Thank you.
Look, you didn't score for. I know you're not going to want to talk about it, but I want you to talk about it because you didn't score for a little while. The last goals were against Bournemouth were important. How did you feel when that ball went in the back of the net?
Yeah, so happy. I think over the last 2 years, my numbers have been really well for Arsenal, really good. And like you said, I've not scored since Bournemouth, so it's been frustrating. But on a bigger picture, you know, been happy to help out the team in different situations. And you know, if I'm not scoring but we're winning, it's been going. But to see that go in tonight, I was really happy, and I love a Champions League night at the Emirates. So yeah, it was really good.
Dec, me again. I don't want to jinx anything. Obviously, I'm not going to talk even about the title, but the way you're playing at the moment it's kind of a Player of the Year type of performance. But I wanted to talk about someone else. How good is David Raya? Because in every single games, he makes 2 to 3 saves that I only saw on PlayStation.
Yeah, he deserves every bit of credit that he's getting. I wish people could come in and see every day how he trains, because the intensity that he trains at and the level that he trains at, there's literally no reason why he's not doing what he's doing on the pitch. It's incredible. To see him every day, the effort and how he is with the lads, he's turned into a real leader for us. And when you've got a keeper like that, I think it gives everyone confidence. So, yeah, he's incredible.
Hey, Declan, what's up, man? This is Clint. How does it feel as you look forward towards these next 4 or 5 months with the opportunity to win the league, to Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and then you got the World Cup in the summer, chance to bring it home. How do you manage all that and continue to stay focused and perform at such a high level?
Yeah, I think it's so hard to look to the future. You know, I think you have to take every game that it comes. I know it sounds cliche. I'm not trying to sound boring, but like, we played on Saturday. We then had recovery Sunday. Yesterday we trained, and we play again today. We play again on Sunday. It's then international break. So I can't look too far ahead on what's happening. We can only focus on the next game because they're coming thick and fast here at Arsenal, and we know what's up for grabs. But the main thing is we have the confidence, we have the belief, and also, you know, we have the momentum as well. And the lads are, when you go in every day, you know, you can just sense it. There's a confidence, there's a vibe, and yeah, this season's been amazing so far. So need to end it strong.
What's up, Dec? It's Carrie.
I was watching you and Thierry last night on Monday Night Football. I thought I'd got rid of you.
Declan, listen, it's looking like it's going to be a special season, as Thierry just mentioned there, talking about, you know, not getting too ahead of yourself. But, of course, the first chance of silverware is at the weekend. It's up against, you know, the biggest rivals you've had over the last sort of 2 or 3 years in terms of stopping you picking up other pieces of silverware, namely the Premier League. How big a game do you see this? Yes, it's a cup final, but this could be the start of something really special.
Yeah, definitely. It could be the start of something. You know, it's the first trophy that's up for grabs. You know, if you win that, the momentum after that, you know, that takes you forward is massive. It's going to be a great game against them, and it comes down to how much do you want it. You know, Arsenal back in the final for can't even remember the last time, maybe the Carabao Cup final in 2019, I think, or 2018. So yeah, how much do you want it on Sunday? How much do you want to win a trophy with this team and for these fans? And yeah, look, the lads are already talking about it in there. We're excited, we're ready, and like I said, at the minute, any game of football we go into, we believe we can win. So we'll be ready, and yeah, been looking forward to it.
Dec, it's me again. I wanted you to explain to people how hard it is mentally to go and play in every single competition and perform And can you explain? Because I've been there, and we couldn't win that treble, and we couldn't win the league, obviously. But we at one point collapsed in some competitions. Obviously, your squad is also way bigger. I have to put that in there. Just saying. But it was tough mentally. I was drained sometimes. Can you explain, please, to people how hard it is?
Yeah, it's so hard. And I'm not just saying that. It's mentally really, really tough. Just as hard as it is physically, mentally is really tough. You have to be really strong, really resilient. There's ups, there's downs. We're all humans as well. Some days you go in and you think, we've got another one in 2 days' time. How are we going to get up for it again? But you just find that energy from somewhere, and it's obviously amazing for us in the club that we're in 4 competitions, and we have an amazing squad that everyone is involved and ready and playing their part in major competitions for us, which is really good. But I think now we're over that mental side of it in terms of we're in March now. Obviously the season ends in May, so 2 months left to give it absolutely everything we've got to leave a legacy at this club. Hopefully, like I said, we're in every competition. Just keep taking it one game at a time, and hopefully we can keep doing special things, because it'll be worth it in the end.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
But before you go, our friend Micah isn't in the studio today, as you can see. He's over at the Etihad, where Manchester City were playing Real Madrid, and he has a kind message, I'm sure, he would like to send to you before the weekend. Micah, go ahead.
Dec, you know full well I love you as a player, but we'll see you on Sunday, eh? We'll see you. Just make sure you're ready on Sunday, because City are coming through. City, City, City.
I thought he was an Arsenal fan, Michael.
You just lost his ambassadorial gig.
We all know I'm City through and through. We'll see you Sunday. I'll see you Sunday.
I know.
Perfect. Declan, we're big fans. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So good.
You've killed them.
And they end up getting the 3-1 win on aggregate. Do you want to talk us through the highlights, TT?
Yes, like I said to you earlier on, very Arsenal-like the way the game went. We're waiting for the highlights, obviously, before I talk, but, people are a bit slow.
Got a fill.
Trossard again, save, kind of a weird situation there in the box that the goalkeeper will block. It wasn't that clear at times, but what was clean and clear was the strike of Eze. Wow. Ooh. Look at that, the way he swivels, bang. What a strike. That's his first goal ever in the Champions League. And he's letting us know.
What's that feeling like when you hit a ball like that?
Ooh, great feeling. Especially if that's your first goal, that will be, you will always remember that. But that you can see that's what he wanted to do. He swivels, he reacts well from it. And to be able to go over the ball there, he had to jump. You see at one point, both feet will be in the air. He has to make sure that he can guide it in goal. But the power that it did generate from that was pretty good.
Good feeling, Clint? I wasn't asking you to expect that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better feeling than scoring big goals, and the way that he took that. I mean, as soon as he left his foot, he knew it was going in, and cool celebration, popping his collar a little bit, letting everybody know, and it's only going to help them as they move forward. They got a big match versus Man City. Cup final, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, Cup final at the weekend, Carabao Cup final. Jamie, you want to talk us through 2-0 for Declan Rice?
Yes, Declan Rice, he loves this competition, doesn't he? In terms of scoring goals, we remember there's 2 brilliant goals last season against Real Madrid. This not as good, but still a fantastic finish. He's always getting asked to get more goals, but great power, drive, running forward. And as Thierry always says with an effort like this, it wasn't in until it was in. 2-0.
We're actually hoping to speak to Declan Rice, by the way, everybody, very shortly in this show.
And something that David Raya does in every single game, once or twice. I mean, this guy, I think he should be in the contention to be player of the season, because what he does for Arsenal every single time, and it's very difficult to see what a goalkeeper does sometimes, because he cannot make you win the game, right? Surely he cannot make you, he can hope that you're not losing it by making saves, but he does that like 2 to 3 times every single games. It's just outstanding. So someone was yawning.
I mean, yeah,
I guess, do Arsenal look at this and think we have a relatively, they're certainly on the right side of the bracket, aren't they, in terms of what could come next, which would be the winner of Bodo Sporting, which was Sporting tonight, but rather that than some of the other quarterfinals that we're potentially looking at with Bayern against Manchester City, Real Madrid, sorry.
With all due respect, you always look at the side of the bracket and you go like, that looks a tiny bit better. You still have to win those games, and being in all the competitions, Jamie will tell you that it's not always easy to manage that. You have the Carabao Cup, then you have you're battling against City. Yes, I know there is a tiny bit of better point difference between the two teams at the moment, but being able to play in every single competition. It's tiring mentally at times. I'll be honest with it, but no disrespect to I'm looking at Oasis. That's why I'm turning, because it came on the City, where you keep on fighting against them to try to win the league once again this year. And I don't know what do you think, Jimmy? I was just thinking on the top of my head. How much impact do you think that's going to have on the title race on Sunday?
I just think the gap they've got right now is a real good buffer. I said a few weeks ago I thought this could have a huge impact psychologically, especially for Arsenal, negatively or positively. I don't think it affects City if they lost or not. They're not so desperate for a trophy. They've won so much, and if they lost the cup final, probably we've lost the cup final. I think for Arsenal, there's still probably a lot riding on it. They'll want to just get their hands on a piece of silverware. We're talking about them going for the quadruple here, but until you've got something in your hand, it means nothing. And this is the first opportunity. So the weekend will, I think, play a real sort of, have a big impact, I think, for Arsenal. I think it'll be a real downer for them if they don't sort of get their hands on it, because even though we all believe they've got the title virtually, when you're inside it, you never feel like, you always feel like something's going to go wrong. So they'll have that real fear. So, Manchester City can scare them, shall we say, at the weekend. But I think Arsenal will go on to sort of win the Premier League title. But City going out, Arsenal we expect to get to at least the semi-final as well. So that may cause a problem as well with the Premier League games.
Also, City being out of I'm just thinking, because if you go far, deep in the Champions League,
Rotation.
Then City don't have the Champions League anymore. That can have a little impact
as well.
But, let's see.
Carabao Cup final, after what we saw today, those two results for Arsenal and for City, do you think that plays any kind of role whatsoever in that final at the weekend, or none?
I mean, I was impressed with the fight the City showed, dealing with the circumstances they had. I was impressed with how they came out in the game, especially the first 20 minutes. If they bring that same mentality, I don't see why they can't get something from that. They're teams that are used to being in those situations. They won a lot of silverware, so they have that going for them. And like we talked about, it could be Guardiola's last season there at City, and he wanted to go out with a bang. So it's a big opportunity for them, and I wouldn't count them out for sure. With Haaland and Doku, it definitely could cause problems.
Games all over, but I want to talk Arsenal. Paul Merson, through to the quarter-finals. How professional job was that tonight?
Yeah, very good. Played very well at times. Arsenal, solid. Miles too good by Leverkusen. Two brilliant finishes by Eze and Declan Rice. And they move on. Yeah, at first half, very good. Raya makes a worldly save at the end. Arsenal are just rolling, absolutely rolling. Yeah, he's just. I don't want to say a machine. I think it's disrespectful, but it's a very good machine. It does everything. It does everything. This machine. It can, as Tim said, it can play, it can fight, it can defend, it can attack, it can do absolutely everything. It's a proper team. This is, sometimes people say they don't play the glory football.
Just talk to us about the quality of the two goals you saw tonight, Merth.
Yeah, brilliant. First, he touches it and turns and then volleys it into the top corner. I mean, the goalkeeper's got no chance, absolutely no chance. A proper goal. And then Declan Rice is brilliant. I mean, brings it out the sky, takes another touch and just bends it. And from behind the goal, from behind the player, behind Rice, when he hits it, it's going past the post. It just comes in, skins the inside of the post, goes in. Real good finish. Goalkeeper didn't even dive. A brilliant finish. Two brilliant goals. Brilliant performance. Onto the quarter-final now against Sporting Lisbon, who will be right up against it, Sporting Lisbon.
Did you see as they're hobbling off? before?
I didn't see him hobbling off. Oh, no, he had cramp. Yeah, he had cramp.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he had cramp.
Okay,
yeah.
should be right for the cup final. How much of a spring in their step? How much of a spring in the step will they have now, having won that?
Yeah, 100%. You know, the confidence is high. They're in this. I think this is a big football match Sunday. I think it's the biggest football match, because if they can get over the line with this trophy, you know, the league, then you'd probably say it was all over. All of a sudden, then you're ticking them off. I expect them to be in the semi-final over 2 legs. I can't see Sporting Lisbon getting near them. So for me, big football match this Sunday. Big football match.
How different do you expect the Arsenal team to look in that game on Sunday from what it did tonight?
Will Timber be fit?
Not sure.
If Timber's fit, Timber will play.
How did White do tonight, by the way?
He did all right. He's steady. You know, whoever comes in does a job. You know, they do a job, everybody. You know, he sat there, waited, comes in, didn't do anything wrong. But Timber would probably play. But then White come off. So if White's coming off, that tells me that he's probably playing, and they haven't got another right back, and he's got to play in the final. So for me, yeah, the team won't be far off the starting team tonight. Yeah, and really looking forward to the game.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Just a case of a job well done tonight.
Yes, I think the team was immense today. And the manner that we started the game, showing so much dominations, big chances. I think the keeper kept them alive in the first half, because it should have been 2 or 3 at least. And yeah, then there are certain moments, obviously, they are a really good side that they can dominate you and make you play deep. But I think overall we had a big performance as a team, and individually as well, players that elevated the level to the highest standards probably of the season.
Have you seen a better goal than what Berriese put away tonight?
It's not easy to see it. I mean, when you talk about technique and when you talk about making contact with the ball in the manner, it's just the ball sounded puff, you know, and just see the reaction of all the players around, and yeah, that's why he's here.
As you said, it felt like their keeper up until that point was pretty unbelievable with what he was stopping, so it was going to take a moment like that.
Yes, and this is Champions League, and yeah, you get worried because when you have 4 or 5 chances in the manner that we had, and you don't put the ball in the back of the net, everything is possible. And in the second half as well, because we had so many open situations for we to finish the game. But again, another incredible moment from Declan to win the game.
Yeah, the curl on his ball. I don't know if you've seen it back.
That's about the striking the ball and the quality, and we need to do that more often because we have a lot of players that can do that.
Well, look, it's a quarter-final against Sporting Lisbon. You did well there when you went in the league phase last season, but I guess it's a different game this time.
It's completely different. I watched the first half and the play, and yeah, they are top side. It's going to be very difficult, so enjoy tonight and prepare, because we have a beautiful final to play on Sunday.
It certainly was. And tonight, did it go well in terms of being able to rotate players and bring in, bearing in mind what's to come on Sunday? Was that the plan?
No, it was related to the game and certain players that needed to come off, basically, because of the amount of minutes that they are playing. So, yeah, now we can focus on the final.
Lovely. Best of luck for it. Well done tonight.